Title: Just Keep Buying. Title: Just Keep Buying. 20 Life-Changing Lessons About Building Wealth, Part 1. Before we begin, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel is all about self-mastery, lessons on money, mindset, and meaning. Today, we're breaking down one of the most practical books ever written about personal finance. Just Keep Buying by Nick Maggiulli. It's not about chasing quick riches or predicting the market. It's about building a system that quietly makes you rich over time, even when life gets unpredictable. 1. Stop trying to time the market. Nick starts with a simple but brutal truth. Nobody can time the market consistently, not even the experts. The world's top investors, billion-dollar funds, and hedge managers still lose when they try to guess when prices will rise or fall. Waiting for the perfect moment to invest is just another way of saying you're scared, and fear in finance is expensive. While people sit on the sidelines waiting for a dip, inflation keeps eroding the value of their money. The irony is that markets reward those who stay in, not those who jump in and out. Every time you buy consistently, you spread your risk. You buy high, you buy low, and you average out the cost. That's called dollar cost averaging, and it beats perfection every single time. History shows that if you just keep buying, through every crash, every recovery, and every boom, you'll end up wealthier than those who tried to predict the future. Timing is a gamble. Consistency is a strategy. 2. Save reasonably, not aggressively. We've all heard save every penny, but Nick flips that idea on its head. Being cheap isn't a virtue if it kills your quality of life. There's a difference between discipline and deprivation. When you save too aggressively, you might protect your money, but lose your peace. People burn out, then overspend later, erasing their progress. True saving should feel sustainable, like something you can do for decades, not months. Nick's advice is clear. Save enough to create security, but focus on earning more instead of obsessing over cutting costs. You can only reduce your expenses so much, but your income potential is unlimited. The wealthy don't get rich by skipping coffee. They get rich by increasing their value and earning power. So yes, save, but don't make life miserable. The goal isn't to die rich, it's to live smart. 3. Use data, not emotion. Money decisions made from emotion are usually wrong. Fear makes you sell too early. Greed makes you buy too late. Envy makes you copy others. Just Keep Buying insists on using data, not drama. History has already done the testing for us. Markets rise more often than they fall, and long-term investors always outperform short-term traders. So why do people still panic when stocks drop or prices spike? Because emotions override logic. The cure is evidence. Cold, clear, numerical truth. Look at decades of data, and you'll see that patience beats panic every single time. The market doesn't reward feelings. It rewards faith in the process. If your strategy is based on emotion, you're gambling. If it's based on data, you're investing. 4. Build a habit of automatic investing. Nick's philosophy is simple. Automate everything you can. Because if you rely on willpower to invest, you'll lose. People say they'll save when they can, but life always finds ways to get in the way. Bills, emergencies, and distractions always win. Automation removes the weakest link, human emotion. Set up a system where money leaves your account and goes straight into your investment or savings before you even see it. That's how the rich stay consistent. They don't think about whether it's a good week to invest. They just keep buying automatically through every season. You don't need perfect timing, just perfect discipline. Let the system work quietly in the background while you focus on living your life. Consistency is the secret weapon of wealth. 5. Don't fear spending. Fear waste. Money is emotional. We're taught to feel guilty when we spend it, like enjoying life is a sin. But Nick says, that's not balance, that's fear. Spending isn't the enemy. Waste is. There's a difference between buying something that enriches your life, and wasting money on things that don't move you forward. If a trip recharges your energy or an experience brings joy, that's not waste. That's investment in well-being. But when you spend to impress, to numb, or to fill a void, that's when money becomes poison. The smart move isn't to stop spending. It's to spend consciously. Ask yourself before every major purchase, will this improve my life beyond this moment? If the answer is yes, buy it guilt-free. If not, walk away. Life's not about hoarding cash. It's about building value, both in your wallet and in your heart. 6. Understand the power of compounding. Compounding is the most powerful financial force that exists. Quiet, invisible, and relentless. It's how small investments turn into massive fortunes over time. Every dollar you invest becomes a worker, and those workers earn more workers, who then start working for you too. But here's the catch. Compounding takes patience. You can't expect to plant a seed today and see a forest tomorrow. Compounding rewards time, not impatience. The earlier you start, the less you have to invest later. That's why the rich say, time in the market beats timing the market. It's not magic. It's math. The longer you stay in the game, the more exponential your growth becomes. You don't need to be brilliant. You just need to be consistent and patient enough to let the math work in your favor. 7. Invest. According to time, not age. Traditional advice says your age should define your investments. Like 100 minus your age equals your stock percentage. But Nick disagrees. What truly matters is how long your money will be working for you, not how old you are. A 60-year-old who won't need their money for 15 years can invest more aggressively than a 30-year-old saving for a wedding next year. Your time horizon defines your risk. The shorter the horizon, the less risk you should take. But if you've got years, even decades, your biggest risk is not investing enough. Thinking in terms of time rather than age frees you from arbitrary rules and lets you build a strategy that actually fits your goals. Age doesn't measure opportunity. Time does. 8. Don't chase. Perfection, chase progress. Most people never start investing because they're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect stock, or the perfect market. But perfection is an illusion that paralyzes progress. Nick's message is to just start, even if it's small, even if it's messy. A mediocre plan executed consistently always beats a perfect plan never started. The truth is, you'll make mistakes. Everyone does. You'll buy at a high point sometimes. You'll sell too early other times. But those lessons teach you far more than endless research ever could. Wealth isn't built by flawless timing. It's built by movement. Progress compounds just like money does. The more steps you take, the easier the journey becomes. Forget perfect. Move forward. 9. Use money to buy time. At the end of the day, money is just a tool, and its greatest use is freedom. True wealth isn't about having the most, it's about controlling your time. Nick reminds us that financial success isn't about working forever. It's about reaching a point where your time belongs to you. When you can say no to things you hate, when you can spend a day resting, creating, or being with family, that's wealth. Money buys options. It buys breathing space. So, instead of chasing luxury, chase leverage, the power to live life on your own terms. Because a person who owns their time owns their life. 10. Be consistent, even when it feels pointless. The hardest part of building wealth is staying consistent when you don't see results. Investing feels slow at first. Growth feels invisible. But that's how compounding works. It's boring before it's brilliant. Nick says the winners are those who keep showing up even when nothing seems to be happening. Every dollar, every habit, every repeated action adds up. The average person quits right before the curve turns upward. Don't be that person. Keep buying, keep building, keep showing up. Success hides behind boredom. The longer you stay consistent, the more unstoppable your progress becomes. Remember, Wealth isn't created by one big move. It's created by 1,000 small ones, repeated long enough to change your life. Part 2. 11. Your income is your greatest asset. Before you can invest, you need something to invest with, and that's your income. Nick reminds us that your earning power is the foundation of your wealth. Every skill you build, every promotion you earn, and every side hustle you grow increases your ability to save and invest. Focus on expanding your income before chasing complex investments. Because the bigger your inflow, the easier wealth becomes. 12. Invest more. When you earn more. When most people get a raise, their lifestyle expands. Bigger phone, bigger car, bigger bills. But Nick teaches the opposite. When your income rises, increase your investing instead. This habit, known as saving your raises, keeps your lifestyle modest while your investments grow faster. Over time, this small discipline creates a huge gap between what you earn and what you spend. And that gap is where freedom begins. 13. Don't wait for motivation. Create systems. You won't always feel motivated to save, invest, or budget. That's why systems beat moods. Automatic transfers, preset investments, and fixed saving days remove emotion from the process. When you rely on motivation, you'll stop as soon as life gets stressful. But systems don't care how you feel. They just work. Build habits that run even when you don't. 14. Accept that luck plays a role. Some people start life with advantages, better jobs, support systems, or timing. Others don't. Nick's message isn't to ignore luck, but to respect it. You can't control where you start, but you can control your strategy, consistency, and mindset. Luck can open a door, but only discipline keeps it open. Focus on what's in your control and let time do the rest. 15. The market rewards. Patience. Every crash feels like the end of the world until you look back years later and realize it was just a dip. The stock market has always rewarded those who stay invested and punished those who panic. Patience isn't passive, it's a skill. Every time you hold steady through volatility, you build financial toughness. Don't react to noise. Stick to your plan and keep buying. 16. Build cash buffers for peace of mind. While investing matters, so does security. Having an emergency fund, at least 3 to 6 months of expenses, gives you the courage to stay invested when markets drop. Without that safety net, fear takes over, and you'll sell too soon. Cash isn't just money, it's emotional stability. It lets you make calm, logical decisions when everyone else is panicking. 17. Avoid lifestyle inflation. The biggest enemy of wealth isn't low income, it's rising expenses. Each time your salary grows, it's tempting to upgrade everything: your phone, your apartment, your habits. But that cycle traps you. Real wealth grows in the gap between income and lifestyle. Keep your wants simple and your options wide. Because freedom doesn't come from what you buy, it comes from what you can walk away from. 18. Own assets that work while you sleep. Money should be your employee, not your boss. Invest in assets that earn even when you're resting: stocks, index funds, property, or businesses. Nick emphasizes ownership over consumption. When you own productive assets, time works for you. The rich don't hustle forever. They build systems that keep earning while they live their lives. 19. Learn to ignore financial noise. Every day, media headlines scream about the next crash, inflation, or boom. Most of it is noise designed to keep you anxious. Nick's advice: tune it out. The market has been through wars, recessions, pandemics, and still grown overall. The winners are those who stay focused on decades, not days. Don't let headlines hijack your peace. Wealth grows in silence. 20. Keep buying always. The entire philosophy of the book comes down to 3 words. Just keep buying. Through fear, doubt, and uncertainty, keep going. The market will rise and fall, your emotions will shift, but consistency beats everything. Every paycheck, every month, every chance. Buy something that builds your future. Wealth isn't built in one lucky moment. It's built in 1,000 quiet ones. And that's the final lesson from Just Keep Buying. Remember, wealth is not built overnight. It's built over years of small, steady moves. If this inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep, practical book breakdowns that help you master money and mindset.